Okay, get this. We've got sources about a secret dinner meeting. Intrigued. Oh, yeah. Definitely intrigued.
We're diving into the world of international relations today, specifically U.S. and Canada relations. You with me?
Always fascinating, especially when it's this hush-hush.
Right. November 29th, 2024, Trump and Trudeau meet for a private dinner at Mar-a-Lago. No press. No official statements.
Just two leaders. A lot of speculation.
And a lot of potential impact. Think about it. Trade, energy, border security.
These aren't just headlines.
Yeah.
They affect all of us.
Exactly. So let's unpack what we know about this dinner and what it could mean for the future.
Well, to understand this meeting, we need to look at the bigger picture. Recent U.S.-Canada relations have been tense, to say the least.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially around trade and those NAFTA renegotiations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This dinner is a notable shift, a break from the public sparring.
And that's what's so interesting, right? No public statements. It's like they were aiming for a more relaxed, off-the-record kind of vibe.
Exactly. What do you make of that? Well, it makes me wonder about their motives. Was this a genuine attempt to mend fences? Or was it a strategic move by one or both leaders?
It's hard to say for sure. The lack of transparency makes it tough to analyze. But we can look at some possibilities.
Okay, so lay it on me. What are we thinking?
Well, one possibility is that they both felt the pressure to find some common ground, especially on trade.
Right. Those Canadian lumber tariffs were causing a lot of headaches.
Exactly. Some sources suggest that was a key topic at the dinner. Maybe even some compromises being floated.
And that's something our listeners can relate to. Lower lumber prices, maybe faster construction timelines.
Precisely. It shows why this dinner matters. It's not just about politics. It has real-world implications.
Okay, so that's one possibility. What else?
Another motive could be about controlling the narrative. By keeping things quiet, they can explore options without the public scrutiny.
And then present a united front later on.
Exactly.
Interesting. And speaking of optics, let's talk about the location, Mar-a-Lago Trump's own turf.
Ah, yes. That adds another layer to this whole thing.
Right. It's his home ground, a place tied to his personal brand.
It could be seen as an attempt to create a more comfortable atmosphere for the talks.
But it also makes you think about power dynamics.
Definitely. Was this a subtle power play by Trump? It's a detail worth considering.
For sure. For sure. Okay, so beyond trade, what other issues were likely discussed? Energy. Border security.
Absolutely. Both of those were likely top of mind. Sources suggest that energy, specifically cooperation on renewable energy initiatives, could have been a bargaining chip.
Interesting.
One source even mentioned possible concessions from Canada on dairy imports.
Really?
In exchange for U.S. support on renewable energy projects. Think about it. That could affect your grocery bill and the types of energy investments we see.
It's like a giant chess game, isn't it? Each move affecting the other.
Exactly. Both leaders trying to secure wins for their side, but also needing to cooperate.
So where does this leave us? Is this the beginning of a thaw in U.S.-Canada relations? Or just a temporary pause in the tensions?
Well, this dinner was just a starting point. The real test is what happens next. What concrete actions follow?
Right. Future agreements, public statements, policy shifts. Those will tell the real story.
Exactly. This story is far from over, and its impact will be felt on both sides of the border.
I have a feeling we'll be deep diving into this again soon, so stay tuned.